All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Bottom Lounge. Welcome to an XRT Big Beat. Yes, hello. Welcome to Bottom Lounge. Welcome to an XRT Big Beat sneak peek concert. Special thanks to Heineken for making this happen. My name is Jason Thomas. I work at WXRT. We're very happy to have a prolific songwriter and an artist with an amazing voice here to perform tonight. Please welcome LP.
How are you guys? What's it?
We're gonna chat for a minute. She's gonna play a couple of songs. We're gonna chat again, play a couple of songs. We're gonna chat. She's real easy to talk to, as I found out before the show. So, thank you. She's like perfect artist to do this with. So I wanted to start by asking you about an experience you had in Chicago, Lollapalooza. I think it was back in 2012. That was the first year where we had a massive evacuation. Can you tell us about that day?
It was really weird because I was doing press all day, and then I had a second round of it, and I went up to the press tent, and the woman was like, "No, you can't come in." I was like, I don't understand.
I have a pass. It's right here.
I was like, "It's right here," and she was like, "They're evacuating the park." I was like, I did not understand, you know. So then we just I walked out with everybody. Like everybody just walked out where they were for I don't know, it took about an hour to get out, and then it started pouring, and then we hung out in a hotel.
Where did you go? Did you go back to your hotel? Were you right by the park?
We went to a hotel, I think it was the Four Seasons or something, where all the labels, where the executives were or whatever. And I got it was weird. I got all choked up for some reason. It was very emotional, weird exit. And then I was the first, one of the first bands back after the evacuation, and all day long the stage had been building up, and I was the second to last band on this BMI stage or something.
Yeah, the trees back in the park. Yeah, it's a real beautiful setting. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it, but not a lot of people got back in at that time, and the monitors had washed away. But it was a fun show, man. It was just really.
Yeah, it turns into a giant mud pit, but that's.
I'm doing Lollapalooza in Paris this year, so.
Yeah.
Wish me luck, man.
Yeah, well, actually, I want to ask.
Oh my God, so incredible.
I want to ask you about Europe in a little bit.
Stage washed away.
Yeah, I want to ask you about Europe in a little bit. We'll get to that, but
That's terrible.
we'll turn you loose. LP, terrible. Everybody.
Kneeling at the river's edge and tempting all the steps to follow closer right behind. Is it only when you feel the pot is empty that it's gnawing at the corners of your mind? I will ask you for mercy. I will come to you blind. What you'll see is the worst me, not the last of my kind. Oh, in the muddy water we're falling. Oh, in the muddy water we're crawling. Holds me down, hold me now, so me out. In the muddy water we're falling. Oh, oh, it is not clear why we choose the fire pathway. Where we end is not the way that we had planned. All the spirits gather round like it's our last day. To get across, you know, we'll have to raise the sand. I will ask you for mercy. I will come to you blind. What you'll see is the worst me, not the last of my kind. Oh, and pull me out. Oh, I know I'm found with your arms around me. Oh, save me now. Ooh. Oh, 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 in the muddy water we're falling. Oh, in the muddy water we're crawling. Hold me now, hold me now, hold me out. In the muddy water we're falling. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Heineken. Thank you, Chicago. Thank you, Facebook Live. You've made life worth living again. Worth living. Hey! Everyone can get love, and everyone can get laid. You know it all when you find the ones who stay. Brave enough not to tame, they let it burst into flames. Stop the calls and then watch you glow. Yeah. They're the ones make the trust and leave the birds. When you're lost and you lived and it's getting worse, they're the ones who know will get you by. We are all strange, and it ain't never, never, ever gonna change. We are all strange, and it ain't never, never, ever gonna change. Ah, ooh, ah, la, 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 yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Ah, ooh, ah, la, 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 yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Ah, ooh, ah, la, 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 yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Ah, ooh, ah, la, 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 yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hey! Anyone can get paid, and anyone can get saved. But every day I still walk into the woods. The only thing I can see, the only real guarantee. Whenever I catch a knowing smile, yeah. They're the ones make me trust in the universe. When I'm lost and I'm left and it's getting worse, they're the ones who I know will get me by. We are all strange, and it ain't never, never, ever gonna change. We are all strange, and it ain't never, never, ever gonna change. Oh, la, 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 la,
Let me get that for you.
Thank you, Jason.
There we go. All right.
Appreciate it. I kind of didn't concentrate on that one. I was like, I'm probably going to drop this one.
This room can barely contain your voice. Can barely all. Your voice is too big for this room. This is it's cool. It's cool. It's cool to see you in a setting like this. I wanted to ask you a couple of things about songwriting, something that I know very little about, and I'm sure there are a lot of people in this room that know very little about creating something beautiful and powerful out of absolutely nothing. Now, I think you released a couple of records and you had about an 8-year gap between releases. Does that sound about right?
That's about right.
Is that when?
Thank you, Jason, for pointing that out.
Well, no, I was gonna ask. Is that because I know
kidding.
you write for other artists? Is that when you started writing for other people?
I had a record in 2004, and then in 2006 I signed to my first major label deal, and then I kind of got lost. For 3 years, I wrote songs for myself. I was on Island Def Jam, then I was on Universal, and it was actually the first time I was ever exposed to that amount of songwriting. It was just something I didn't know I could or would do. I just got set up with a lot of different songwriters, and I just kind of took to it, and I really enjoyed. I love collaboration, and it brought out all this new stuff, and so but they weren't sure what to do with me, quote unquote. So I mean, what would you do? I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with it. What does it do? Does it dance? Does it dance? Nope, it doesn't dance. But yeah, so I just wrote a lot of songs, and then I had at the end of that time, 3 years, I had about 140 songs, and one got picked up by the Backstreet Boys. So that was kind of a weird moment. I didn't realize it for a multitude of reasons, but most of all that another artist would do my song, and then I got those 2 deals. Didn't yield any fruit. No record came out, and it was a little, it's a drag, but things just kept going. I got a publishing deal, and I felt okay, I'll just be a writer for people, and then I really kind of buckled down and tried to write in as many genres as I could, and then at the end of 2 years, I started just singing for fun for myself. I had started playing ukulele just for fun. I wasn't I think I'll be that lesbian that plays the ukulele. That's my goal. I gotta have goals. That's my goal. I just wanted to play the ukulele. It was fun, and it just decided that it was fun. And then suddenly I started writing some real songs. This next song is a song that that kind of kicked it off again for me as an artist. And then I signed to Warner Brothers in 2011. And that's why it took so long, because I was I was doing stuff the whole time, obviously, but yeah, I just didn't put a record out because I just got caught up.
Yeah, so when you're writing songs, you said you wrote about 140 songs. You had yourself you were writing songs for you, right?
Yeah.
And then someone else picked one up. Now, were you? After that, did you actively write songs for other artists? Do you write differently when you're writing for someone else than when you're writing for yourself?
It depends. I mean, I used to, but now I don't. Now I just write for the song, for the meaning. When I write with another artist, if I'm with the artist in the room, I try to get into their life, and we kind of go off in their world more. But I try not to guess anymore, what someone's thinking.
Sure. So I'm going to write the best song I can. If you like it, there
Exactly.
it is. If not, no big deal.
That's the way to go for me.
Okay. Well, hey, we're going to hear more of your songs. Ladies and gentlemen, LP.
We on the lonely side say, whoa, now the past gone away. Now we so lost in the dark of our hearts that, whoa, now there's no light of day. No. Somebody left the date on the bed. You know we got lost on the way. Come save us, a runaway train gonna say.
Thank you so much, guys. This is J.D. Carrera on the guitar. And this song is it's called Death Valley. It's the name of the EP. Kind of recent release, but been like doing a lot more touring right now in Europe. We'll probably get to that later. But yeah, this is like one of those driving out to the desert. I moved to California and to LA in the last 7 years, and I don't know. I feel like those trips out to the desert are always have a lot of weight to them.
Dime store, rock and roll, stretching out into forever. I said, I don't know, could anybody even survive here? Oh, she said we're never gonna die. Wait, wait, wait. Ooh, oh, she said we're never gonna die. Wait, wait, wait. The level seats are getting harder by the minute. I can't believe we could take it. She taps her feet in and she spits a melody. I used to love till it killed me. Oh, she said we're never gonna die. Wait, wait, wait. Ooh, oh, she said we're never gonna die. Wait, wait, wait. Oh, oh, Same 20 songs on rotation. You know that everything goes bad on occasion. Take me away on vacation, so I barely even know that you're faking. Oh, oh, tell me then what was it for? Oh, oh, baby, this year of the horse. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, 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 she said we're never gonna die. Wait, wait, wait. Ooh, oh, she said we're never gonna die. Wait, wait, wait. Ooh, oh, she said we're never gonna die. Wait, wait, wait.
Thank you. Yeah, I just like one time. That's what I usually do when I mess up. Whatever. I'd usually just throw my head back, laugh, whatever. You know, it's funny. The first time I ever played like a late night talk show, I played Jimmy Kimmel, and I was totally freaked out. Like it was like the last vestige of my stage fright thing, and like I hit a bad chord on it, easiest chords of all time, and I literally looked at the camera that was at this part of the stage and went. I was like, what the fuck was that? I couldn't believe it. I was like, the one time I'd make a face. I never even saw that face, to be honest with you. That's a new face. Like I added it to the repertoire now, but yeah, it was brand new. It's terrible.
Do you find it different performing for hundreds of thousands of people watching TV or in a room like this, or what?
Okay, now you're getting me started again. No, I don't anymore. I'm cool now. Like I just did this thing in Italy. It's called San Remo, and it's like 50 million people watch it. And I was like, whatever, man. Yeah, I like got over that part. But it was, you know, the first time you're like, oh my God. Yeah, it was terrifying.
Actually, I had one more songwriting question I wanted to ask you. I'm just curious. So when you said you wrote all these songs, when you write songs, do you sit down and force yourself to make music, to write things? Because you hear about writers like sitting in a typewriter and just writing words until something flows, or do you wait until the inspiration hits, or combination of
A
the
combination. I collect like a lot of things. I'm constantly collecting things in my phone, like chords and titles and snippets of lyrics, and then I bring them to a session. But I schedule sessions like I've gotten, because like as a songwriter, it's funny, but it's a lot less glamorous, you know, because you're like, it's like your job.
Yeah.
And you don't get treated like kind of like with the kid gloves. It's like you better get there and get the idea and get this artist a song. Otherwise, you're kind of like, you know, not doing your job.
forced creativity.
Yeah. So doing that like got me to. I think, you know, you can't always choose. Like, and I've gone to sessions. I call it like writing myself out of the room, where I can't stand who I'm writing with, or I can't stand how I feel that day, and I'm just like, that's great, fantastic, all right, good. Then I just write and like sing it and get the hell out.
Is that? Do you sit at a piano? Do you use the ukulele, guitar, anything?
I use both, guitar and ukulele. And then sometimes, a lot of times when I write for other artists, I top line, which is like I write to a track that a producer has. You know, that's a big, major one.
Sure.
For other people. For me, we start from scratch.
This is I love picking songwriters' brains. It's, when you have the chance, you
it's
got
the
to do
vulture
it.
in you. Can't help it.
One of the songs that you played earlier tonight was used in a TV ad that I'm sure helped a lot of people. It turned a lot of people onto your music. Is that? I'm an idiot when it comes to the business side of things. Is that something that do they come to you and say, hey, you have a song that we like? Do you have someone working for you that says, hey, I want to get your songs out there to as many people as possible? How does that work?
Sure. I mean, they you know, they pick songs. I don't know. You know, it's getting a song like I don't think about it anymore. You know, I just don't because you know, you always think like I sang a jingle one time for like J.C. Penney or something, and I was like, sweet. It was before anything happened in my like, you know, actual artist career, and I was like, I'll be a jingle singer. Sweet. I never got another freaking. I got like one other jingle in like another 3 years. I was like, well, I guess that's like a, you know, pipe dream. You know, you just don't like, you can't like, you think you get a big sync, and you think, I mean, you know how many like songs are up for syncs. I mean, you know, you just have to. That's like getting a cut. You just. That's why I think I have such a like a hard ass attitude about writing songs, because I feel like you just have to, even if you write a massive hit song, you know, Adele is not Adele because she wrote one song. Everyone's like, what else? And then she wrote another one, and they're like, what else? It never stops, you know. It's like, so I think I just don't like, you know, there's no, I don't get too like stoked about myself. I just like write it and move on.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Hardworking musician.
There you go.
All right, let's talk about Europe. I was talking to you before the show, and your manager said, hey, you should talk about Europe. So don't be modest, don't be humble here. Number one record in what? How many countries, or how well is the record doing over
like
there?
20 or something. It doesn't feel like, it feels like you were playing Monopoly and you're winning, and someone comes in the room and goes, you know that's real money, right? And you're like, those are real properties. I'm like, they are? I can use it? Like, what? It's weird. It's not like I didn't really register it yet.
So that seems like a good excuse to go tearing around Europe for a little while. Is that...
Just tooling around. Yeah, it's like a constant, you know, like with a beautiful blonde in a convertible, Serge Gainsbourg style, just tooling
That's
around.
what you're working. I know.
That's what it looks like.
Have you been to Russia?
I have been to Russia many times.
How are things over there right now? We've been talking a lot about Russia
to be
over
honest
here
with
lately.
you, I feel like Russia is like misunderstood, like kind of like us. Like I think a lot of people probably think everybody in America is kind of an idiot, and people think in Russia that everybody's like mean and like, you know, horrible or whatever. I don't know. I'm putting words in your mouth. I mean, but like I've had Russian people come up to me and be like, "See, we're not bad," you know, and they're just trying to like deal with what's been thrown at them as well. I feel like so. It's a beautiful place, and the people are super nice, and that's been the interesting thing about being in Europe at this time, because I've been like traveling so hardcore, and all these. I feel like I'm like hitting all these spots, and all this crazy stuff is going on around me. Like, you know, like over Christmas we were on tour, and we went into like all those little German like villages, the Christmas villages, like drinking wine and stuff, and it was a beautiful atmosphere and everything. And then the day we got home, that thing happened where the car like flew into one of those villages and like killed all those people. You know, it's like, and they didn't know if it was a terrorist attack or whatever. You know, it's like, I just think that a lot of people are just trying to live their lives. You know, it's like you can really see it when you're like traveling out there, and just it's sad that it's kind of so like counterintuitive that all this bad leadership's going on at this moment in many places. It's weird. I don't know how we got there. Sorry.
No, it's
bringing it down.
That's well said. Okay, you have a record coming out in the spring here in the States, and you're going to be back for a proper show May, June sometime. So you're all going to be there, right?
Yeah. Thanks for coming out, you guys. It's good to see you.
All right. Well, thanks again for being here. LP, ladies and gentlemen.
Tracy, thank you. So yeah, I wrote a bunch of songs about my ex-girlfriend, and this is one of them. But this was one of those I need to sit and like wait and stew on this a little bit, because it was like if I wrote it right away, I had this title and this concept is called Other People, and if I wrote it right away, I was like, it's going to be too heavy-handed, and I mean it still sort of is. Am I allowed to curse on this one? Yeah. I am. Am I allowed to say? Listen, that's your problem, man. I'm cursing. In Europe, you're allowed to curse. Kids are like, oh, cursing and boobs. Wow. We live in Europe. Our lives rule. Okay, go ahead. Explain, oh, thank you, baby. Thank you, babe. Darling, don't explain. Yeah, don't explain. We had a lovely vow without a shred of doubt. We never worried about other people who broke the spell and wanted something else. Well, now go fuck yourself. Other people This is J.D. Carrera. Also known affectionately as Boo Boo Kitty. Yeah, you can, that's cool. It's called Up Against Me.
I wanted more, it went away. I asked the Lord, she said maybe. I wanna take us all the way, said I'll never change. Okay, and don't believe the government or anything you read, 'cause nothing really matters when you're up against me. Ooh, 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 ooh. They didn't tell us what we're up against. I just want you up against me. And they didn't tell us what we're up against. Oh, I just want you up against me. I just want you up against me. Up against me. A tiny war inside your head that chips away. And once you're dead, it's all about what Lennon said. Let's change the world from bed, and don't believe the government or anything you read, 'cause nothing really matters when you're up against me. Ooh, 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 ooh. They didn't tell us what we're up against. I just want you up against me. Now they didn't tell us what we're up against. Oh, I just want you up against me. I just want you up against me. Up against, yeah, yeah, yeah. They don't know our kind of love, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just come on over, my love, yeah, yeah, yeah. They don't know our kind of love, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just come on over. They didn't tell us what we're up against. I just want you up against me. And they didn't tell us what we're up against. Oh, I just want you up against me. And they didn't tell us what we're up against. I just want you up against me. And they didn't tell us what we're up against. Oh, I just want you up against me. I just want you up against me. Up against me. Hey, hey, hey.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That song's on their next record. It's on. That comes out in May. So this song is what we're talking about in Europe. This song that went like very far right now. It's like it's interesting because it was a song. It was like the quintessential song that I wrote about my relationship, and I didn't even. It's like a breakup song, but it was like a year before we broke up. So it was like that time. Yeah, way to get out. Well done. Good job. Yeah, it's like that. I'm like kind of obsessed with the that moment that like the molecules rub together and you're like, oh, it's going down, and you're like, no, it's not. It's fine. She's fine. We're fine. It's good. And it's really like, I was like definitely. It's like a breakup song, but you're still not broke up and you don't want it to end, basically. So that's where I was, and I was also, the ship was going down with my label at the time, so I had I knew that my record was not going to come, like, it wasn't going to get pushed. It was like professional and personal fucking shitting of the bed, per se. Thank you, radio. Feel free to air that promptly. Yeah, I don't know where I am right now. I don't know if this is on the radio, if it's not on the radio. Screw it. But I love you, XRT. I love you. Okay. Thank you for having me. I do. I love Chicago. I love the trains next to the venue. Amazing. So cool. Yeah, so anyway, this, so, you know, wrote the song, and then the record, the record that was coming out already, like, you know, didn't really get pushed. I was like, oh God, everybody at the label had changed. I played the song for the new people at the label to, you know, this song, like Muddy Waters and like Strange, and to see what would happen. And they were like, that's fantastic. They sound great. And then they dropped me like a month later. And then I got picked up by an indie label, and then a guy from Greece, literally, this is what the world we live in right now. A guy from Greece direct messaged me on Instagram. He was like, I feel like your songs would work here. He sounded like that too. And he's like, I can't get in touch with your label. Can you give me, you know? So I gave him all the info. I didn't know what he meant. I thought he meant like for film or TV, and it turns out they licensed the song and put it out in Greece. It went to #1. It stayed there for like 8 months, and Italy, like, you know, followed suit, and then France and all these people, and that's, so you never know. Like, and this was the song, like, because it breaks my heart for other artists, and I tell this story not out of like, screw my old label in a way. It's more like to people and artists and everybody, like, you know, you just never know. You're like a song away all the time, and you just don't know if something's gonna happen. And my heart like aches for the people that gave up or didn't get picked up again and all that stuff, and then never knew like the bright side. So this song symbolizes all that for me and more. And you know, I wrote, you know, other songs for my ex too, but the next song we're gonna write is Thank You for My House. I'm just kidding. I hope she has a beautiful life. I think she's very lovely. And the song is called Thanks for the House. Anyway, it's called Lost on You.
When you get older, plainer, saner, will you remember all the danger we came from? Burning like embers, falling tender, longing for the days of no surrender years ago. And will you know? So smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. Understand the toil of expectations in your mind. Hold me like you never lost your patience. Tell me that you love me more than hate me all the time. Then you're still mine. So smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you. Let's
Thank you so much, Chicago, XRT, Jason. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Heineken. And JD Carrera.
That was LP, everybody. Yeah. That was fun. That was lots and lots of fun. All right, we got to thank. She's gone. May or June. She's going to be back. All right, a couple of quick thank yous. And, well, thanks to you, first of all, for showing up tonight. It's an awesome set. You don't want me to start doing this. I can't help you out with that. But thanks to LP, Artie Gentile, Robin Stimmick, Mike Sassano, and RCA Records. Thanks to Heineken. Look, I know I'm not LP playing another song, but what do you want from me? Let me do these thank yous, and then we're done. We'll have a drink over at the bar. Thanks to Heineken, including Mindy Green and Jana for making this possible. Thanks to Dan Miskowitz, Brian Elmiger, Mike Miller, and Aaron O'Neill here at Bottom Lounge. And that's it. Thanks again to you guys for showing up tonight. Beautiful setting. Thanks to Bottom Lounge. And we'll see you again in the future at a Big Beat Sneak Peek concert series. I'm Jason Thomas. Thanks for hanging out. See ya.